grad Aces here as Chance Sutton will be in the jump circle, and we're about ready to roll here for basketball action here on the broadcast. Final home game of the fall semester as the Aces will win the tip, and we are officially underway. Glad you're with us here. Aces and the Eagles on a Saturday afternoon as Baton Rouge going to fire up a three-pointer that was up and no good as Sutton snagged the rebound. And ball's going to come back down this other direction here with DJ Johnson handling the ball here for Meridian. Going to pass it over there to Khalifa Otara. Otara looking to penetrate down low. Nothing there for Otara. He's going to fire back out to Michael James. Now James going down low to James Turner. Nothing there for Turner. Goes back out to Johnson. 10 on the shot clock, and Michael James will fire up a three-pointer, and it'll go home. So Meridian's on the board early, 3-0 on a three-pointer by Michael James. Of course, James had a big game the other night against Coahoma. He is kind of that spark plug offensively for Meridian. That's going to come up no good there on the three-point attempt for the Aces as James Turner got the rebound. And Michael James will hand it off there to DJ Johnson. Johnson will pull up just beyond the free throw line and bury it. So 2 field goals right out of the gate for Meridian. It is 5-0. So a nice three-pointer by Michael James and a good spot-up shot there by DJ Johnson to get the scoring going here this afternoon for Meridian. Handling the basketball is Chapman, number 00. And he's going to pass it off there inside the lane. Nothing doing there for the Aces. And looks like Otara is going to be guilty of the contact right there, just a few feet inside of the free throw line. So first foul of the afternoon will go on Khalifa Otara. Meridian averaging about 75 points a ball game coming into tonight. They were about at that average back on Thursday night in the win against Coahoma. Of course, Meridian had sputtered a little bit before that win against Coahoma. They had lost 4 straight. Baseline move right up to the window and no good. That was about the best look you're going to get for Rennell right there, and he couldn't come up with it as James leads the offense back down the floor here. DJ Johnson going to hand it off to Chance Sutton. A lot of traffic down low, and he'll bank it in and good. And just like that, it is 7-0 Meridian, and the Aces will take a timeout. So we're just underway here. Meridian 7, Baton Rouge Post-Grad nothing. We'll take a quick timeout back after this on MCCEagles.live. Nothing says Merry Christmas like Dr. Hubner wearing that ugly Christmas sweater. And, of course, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at the campus of MCC. After a quick timeout by the Aces, back into game activity now. Handling the ball there is Rennell, who missed a wide-open layup a few moments ago. Ball's going to be free, and Meridian's going to come out of there with a steal with James Turner back over to Michael James. Here comes Sutton near the baseline. Now he's just going to pull up for a jumper. In and out, no good. As Turner, they're going to get him over the back right there. Sure will, as James Turner's going to be guilty of his first foul this afternoon. And Turner got a little bit over the back right there and initiated the contact. And Aces will bring the ball back up the floor here, still looking for their first points of the afternoon. So 7-0 Meridian. One of those being a three-pointer by Michael James. Of course, DJ Johnson with a mid-range jumper to mix in on that as well. Aces trying to set up their offense now. Baseline penetration, no good there. Back out to the top of the circle now. Aces are going to look to move it down low. Wild shot is up and no good as Michael James skies and gets the rebound from Meridian. Quick pass down low. They initially wanted to get it to James Turner, but Meridian will reset it back out here to Michael James. Here's Johnson now, bounce pass down low to Chance Sutton. Going to feed it back out to Michael James on the far wing now. We'll move it over to DJ Johnson, under 10 on the shot clock now. Wild pass over to James, but he saves it. And somebody's got to shoot the basketball. Michael James does. In and out, no good. Otara gets the offensive board, goes back up and scores. So Meridian crashed the glass beautifully as Otara gets his first points of the afternoon and banks it in. And Meridian extends their scoring run to 9-0 to open up the game this afternoon. So a 9-0 run. Now a long three-pointer here by the Aces is up and no good. Avery wasn't shy about tossing that one up, as Meridian will move their offense back down the floor here. Here comes Johnson. Another spot-up shot is going to roll in and out, no good. Hit the front iron and rolled out of there as the Aces get the rebound and come back the other direction. So 9-0 Meridian on a scoring run to open things up. Shot is going to be up and good. Looks like it'll be a three-point play coming up here for the Aces. Looks like they're going to get Michael James on the contact going up. So that'll be the third team foul on Meridian, as Black will be at the line. Had a substitution as well. Looks like 33 Martin checked on the floor now. So first points will be a and one opportunity here for Black and the Baton Rouge Aces here. And that's going to roll in and good. So Baton Rouge Post-Grad is on the board here. It's now 9-3, so that breaks the 9-0 run to open up the game for Meridian. Here's Otara handling the ball out near the top of the circle. Looks like he's going to try to make a move down low. Spots up, banks it in, and good. Khalifa Otara with a nice look right there. Kissed it off the window. Meridian answers back and pushes it back out to now an 8-point lead. Tell you what, Otara, two good trips down the floor for him. Mid-range jumpers, using the glass and using all of his tools here this afternoon, as Baton Rouge is going to get one to go up and in and good. That's Chapman who was able to bank one in. So Baton Rouge finally finding some offense here as we're nearly 5 minutes into this one, and that ball was free as Chapman bothered DJ Johnson a little bit defensively right there and knocked the ball out of bounds, but Johnson will get to inbound it right here. Long inbound out near half court there to Michael James now. James will feed it over to DJ there. Out to James Turner. He's trying to find Sutton down low, but James Turner simply threw the ball away, and that's going to get Clarence Weatherspoon out of his seat over there. And that's going to bring up the next substitution for Meridian. Looks like Trey Taylor is taking off his warm-up jersey. He'll check in momentarily. All right, Aces trying to take advantage of the Meridian turnover, but Otara gets a steal for Meridian. It's a break here for the Eagles, and Meridian didn't read it well. Otara tried to feed it to, I believe, Chance Sutton coming down the floor, and they weren't on the same page, and Meridian simply threw the ball away. But I think, yeah, it is going to be Aces basketball. We're also going to get Daryl Brooks on the floor as well. So Taylor and Brooks will check in, and James Turner and DJ Johnson will take a seat. So the fresh five on the floor for Meridian is Daryl Brooks, Trey Taylor, Chance Sutton, Michael James, and Khalifa Otara. So 11-5 Meridian leading it. A couple of careless turnovers on the last couple of trips for Meridian, despite that mid-range jumper off the glass by Otara. Shot is on the way up and no good, and getting the rebound up there is Chance Sutton, and here comes Meridian bringing the troops back up the floor here. Here's Otara now. He's going to look to make a move up the floor there, but ball was caromed off the glass. Another steal here by the Aces. Baton Rouge is going to be shot, is going to be blocked off the window. So good block off the window there by Chance Sutton. And Meridian trying to settle things down a little bit. A little clumsy with the ball the last few trips here. Here's Daryl Brooks now, the Starkville native, with the ball. He'll bounce it over here to Michael James now, to Trey Taylor, who just checked in. Now James looks to penetrate, nothing there for him. Backs in, spots up a shot, is no good. Again, the rebound down low is Martin, 33, who just checked in a few moments ago. So a couple of empty trips there for the Eagles, and now a long three-pointer's up and no good, but the Aces get the rebound down low on the air ball miss. Here's a mid-ranger on the way, that's up and no good, and Brooks snags the rebound. So Daryl Brooks trying to head up the floor now for Meridian, feeds it over to Trey Taylor, and Taylor inside to Otara. Meridian throws it away again. So another turnover by Meridian. Boy, this game started beautifully for the Eagles on a 9-0 run, but now kind of turnover city right now. Got two subs ready to check in for Meridian. You got Javar James, and also you got Derek Bird Jr. over at the table. And we're going to get some extra steps there by the Aces. So those two subs will check in for Meridian. Checking out will be Trey Taylor and Chance Sutton. We had one sub for the Aces, Dunn, number 4, will check in. So that's resetting the new players on the floor for both schools. So Darrell Brooks will lead the offense now. Brooks shouting out instructions here, the young man from Starkville High School. Out top to Michael James now. James feeds it back out to Darrell Brooks now. Over here to Otara. Otara bounce pass inside to Javar James. James is surrounded and tried to feed it over to Derek Bird, but he threw it away. Another turnover for Meridian. Tell you what, Meridian, you want to see a good performance here today, because we mentioned after today, Meridian's going to head down to a Panhandle tournament in Florida. It's going to be playing against some pretty darn good basketball teams. You want to be playing really, really well, have some momentum going down into that tournament. And a three-pointer was off the mark, and it was rebounded there by the Aces. So they got the long rebound there on the glass. And now Martin's going to try to make a move here on Javar James. And in the lane, and we're going to get steps. I didn't know if it was going to be a 3-second call or if it was going to be steps. And it's going to be a timeout on the floor called by Clarence Weatherspoon and the Eagles. And with 12:01 to go here in the first half, Meridian 11, Baton Rouge Post-Grad 5. We'll return after this quick break here on MCCEagles.live. All right, welcome back inside the Graham Gymnasium here with 12:01 to go here in the first half. Clarence Weatherspoon just took that timeout from Meridian. Try to get the troops settled down as the Eagles lead it 11-5. Meridian got the afternoon started on a 9-0 run, but since then, offense is, let's just be honest, it's kind of sputtered a little bit. A lot of turnovers in the mix, but see if Meridian can get themselves resetted after that timeout right there. Brooks stays in the ball game now. He charges down the floor. Bounce pass over to Michael James. James looking to penetrate, but he's going to feed it back over to Bird. Now back to James over in the far corner. James trying to work there on Hartnett, number 1. Back over to Brooks. 10 on the shot clock for James in the offense right here. James gets back near the top of the circle. Back over to Brooks with 5 on the shot clock. Meridian's got to fire it. And now back over to James with 1 second on the shot clock. Is not going to go in. It hit iron, but the Aces get the rebound. So that can't make Coach Spoon very happy. You get a timeout and then a deep possession with nothing to show for it. Three-pointer on the way. That's buried. Beautiful shot there by Martin off the bench. So just like that, the Aces have cut this thing down to 11-8 now. So 3-point game now. Here's Otara out to Michael James. Hand off to Brooks. Brooks back to Otara. Bird tried to set a screen, and yep, there's the late whistle. Thought they were going to get the illegal screen there on Bird. He did make a lot of contact there on that screen. So Bird will pick up his first foul of the afternoon. That is now the 4th on Meridian. And so far, no fouls on the Aces. Looks like we're going to get a change here for Meridian. Looks like DJ Johnson's going to check back in for Otara. Is going to head to the Pine now. So you got Michael James, Darrell Brooks, Derek Bird Jr., DJ Johnson, and Javar James. So those are the 5 on the floor for Meridian. The Aces are going to fire it over into the far corner now. A 3 could tie this thing here. Back out near the top over for a 3-point attempt. And boy, that ball was in and out, no good. Not a bad look there by Martin, but just couldn't get that ball to go down for the Aces. Meridian trying to respond here with Michael James at the point now. Back over here to Darrell Brooks now. Brooks feeds it over to DJ Johnson. Back to Michael James. James from just beyond the free throw line will bury it. And a much needed jumper for Meridian to get the offense kind of rolling back in the right direction. And Meridian with their first field goal in what has seemed like an eternity still lead at 13-8. Meridian cut off the passing lane right there. Nearly got a steal, but it's going to go out of bounds anyway off of the Aces. And Meridian will get the turnover right there. Looks like number 3, Stipe, will check in now. And they're going to send Chapman over to the bench now. And Meridian will get the offense rolling here with Daryl Brooks, as we're now officially under the halfway mark here in the first half in Meridian. They're going to feed it down to Otara. Otara's surrounded, back over to Javar James. James backs in, and before he backs in, he took the steps. And Chance Sutton will jump off the bench now. It looks like he is going to be subbed in now for Javar James. Yeah, we talked about that tournament. I believe Meridian will play in that field. It will be, look up the schedule here for you real quick. Yep, they will play Northwest Florida, Gulf Coast State, and Pensacola State next Thursday through Saturday. So you talk about a tough field down there at that particular event. That'll be a tough chore for Meridian. Of course, after tonight, both the men and women will play over at Lawson State on Monday night. Here's Sutton going down low and scoring. So Chance Sutton gets on the board and banks one in, and Meridian finding a little breathing room here. 7-point edge now for the green and white. And Meridian won here back on Thursday, 61-58. Meridian once had a 13-point lead with about 6 to go in that ball game, but was able to survive a big scare from Coahoma to secure that win back on Thursday night. And that was a much-needed win for Meridian to get their confidence back. Here's Chance Sutton rumbling down the lane and scoring. And I believe they will count it, sure will. And Meridian gets back-to-back buckets from Chance Sutton. It'll be a 3-point play coming up. And Meridian getting even more breathing room now. It's now a 9-point game with the free throw pending here. So Sutton will be at the free throw line. First free throws, I believe, of the day for Meridian. Sutton at 65% on the season so far through 9+ ball games. And he'll leave that one short there as the Aces will bring it up the floor here, now trailing Meridian by 9 points. Ace is going to feed it over into the far corner now. Down here to this near side, long three-pointer on the way. Good job by Bird of at least bothering that shot, but Baton Rouge chases down the rebound. Now they're going to fire up another long ranger. That's short. Another offensive rebound is won. Ball is loose again. Fight for the ball is going to be won by the Aces out of bounds. So it just seems like once again, the Aces were able to get the ball collected down there. All right, on the inbound down here near the baseline here on the near side. Aces will control the ball here with Black now, number 2. And now the shot clock is deep here on the Aces as Martin, who's already got a deep 3 here this afternoon, trying to move on Bird. Ball is stripped free here by DJ Johnson. Johnson going to feed it over to Daryl Brooks now, and he took the steps. And Clarence Weatherspoons, every time something like that happens, he just kind of leans back in his chair, and he's like, good grief. So another turnover by Meridian will give the ball back to the Baton Rouge Aces here. All right, Daryl Brooks trying to work there on number 2, Hartnett, and he is going to be guilty of a foul there. So shooting situation coming up here for Hartnett and the Baton Rouge Aces. That'll be the first foul of the afternoon on Daryl Brooks. And that will be, I believe, 5. Yeah, 5 team fouls now on Meridian. First free throw is off the mark, no good. Texas just missed a field goal, and they lead at 6-3 over in Atlanta with 4:36 to go. All of us are watching that game right now. And it's really a football game. It don't mean a whole lot because they're both going to be in the college football playoff 12 when all is said and done. We were actually talking about that bracket earlier of the teams that are pretty much guaranteed themselves a spot. Arizona State did that today by winning decisively over Iowa State in the Big 12 championship. But learning this whole playoff 12 deal at the 4-year level in Division I football is a chore. Boise State will be there. They won last night. Of course, got other conference championship games tonight. Big Ten and ACC tonight. Of course, the one that has a lot of bearing on what happens in the playoff 12 will be Clemson and SMU tonight. Clemson could really mess things up with a win tonight. We'll see how that all shakes itself out, but it is exciting times at that level of football. Eagles going to try to feed it down low here to Derek Bird Jr. and got it to go home. So Derek Bird Jr. scores, the former Callaway product. Good move there off the window. And it's now up to an 11-point game as we approach 7 to go here in the first half in Meridian. All right, Ace is trying to respond here. Good defense there. Well, maybe a little bit too much defense there by Bird. He may be guilty of the foul there. Yep, they got Bird on the arm right there. More body contact than anything. That'll be his second now, as Chance Sutton will head back on the floor. So Bird will take a seat. Let's see, you got Otara, James Turner, Darrell Brooks, Sutton, and DJ Johnson. Those are the 5 for your Eagles. Aces trying to move it inside here. Baseline move, and not a bad idea, but a steal by Meridian. Brooks got the steal. Here comes DJ Johnson feeding it to Otara. Good bounce pass by Johnson. Back out top to Brooks, but we've got a 3-second violation on Meridian. I think they got, looks like they got James Turner on the 3-second call down low. Meridian did everything right there. It was a beautiful bounce pass inside to Otara, but Otara was just simply outnumbered underneath, and he bounced it back out, but obviously Meridian got camped down in the 3-second lane too long. So yet another turnover by Eagle players here today, as Darrell Brooks will head to the bench, as Michael James will hit the floor once again. Eagles have gotten a lot of different contributions today from Otara. Of course, Michael James doing what he usually does. And, of course, Derek Bird, who just got a couple points a few moments ago. All right, here's Martin with the basketball. Back over to Black now, looking to make some penetration. He's going to kiss it off the glass and good. Actually, that was Stipe who got it to go right there. So that'll cut it back down to single digits here. 19-10 Meridian. All right, Michael James back at the point once again for Meridian. Feeds it over to James Turner, back to Michael, as James gets ready to roll here with 15 on the shot clock, and Otara is going to be fouled, trying to work back toward the top of the circle right there. Looks like they got Hodges there on the foul. So that is now, yeah, it's only been the second team foul called on the Aces. Of course, next foul against Meridian will put the Aces in the 1-and-1 opportunity. All right, James with the basketball now. Backdoor pass there to James Turner. Back out to Michael. He's going to spot up for an open jumper. That's good. So good job by the Eagles of using some good ball movement there with Michael James and James Turner. And Meridian puts it back out to a double-digit lead now. As the Ace is going to move up toward the window. Good block down low. I think Sutton might have got the block, but the ball will stay here with Baton Rouge. As a lot of traffic down there, and Martin is battling, but they're going to get Meridian on the arm going up. It's either going to be against James Turner or Chance Sutton. Those were the 2 players closest to it. And looks like they are going to get James Turner. That'll be his second now. So you got a couple of Eagles with 2 fouls now. Derek Bird, who's over on the bench, he got his second earlier. So James Turner picks up his second now. First free throw is successful there by Martin. Looks like Coach Weatherspoon's going to make another change here. Darrell Brooks will check onto the floor now. And looks like James Turner will head over to the Eagle bench now. Martin trying to finish up the 2 free throws right here successfully. Second one's on the way, and it is good. And had a whistle there. I think may have been a wet spot over there in front of the Meridian bench. As we will play on here. Here's Darrell Brooks over to Otara. Trying to go down low there to Sutton, but Otara threw the basketball away. So careless pass there by Otara. And the Aces looking to take advantage of the error by Meridian. Down here on this near side to Smith, number 11. He'll feed it back out top. 3-pointer is on the way. That is short by Black. Otara skies and gets the rebound as we are officially under 5 to go here in the first half, as Otara is going to go up toward the window and score. Nice shot there by Otara, gliding through the air here inside the Graham Gym and got it to go home. And Meridian pushes it back out to an 11-point ball game now. Down here to the near side. Well, they're just going to fire up a three-pointer. That's off the back iron, no good. Good rebound there by Otara. Really stretched out and got that one. Here comes DJ Johnson up the floor now. Johnson kind of cut off there along the baseline. So he'll push it back out for a reset here for Meridian. Otara's been very good on the glass today. I like the way Khalifa's been playing up toward the window tonight, and so has Chance Sutton, who scores down low. And Meridian's got a definite size advantage in some spots here, and they're starting to kind of show that with Sutton and Otara right now. They've really used their athleticism very, very well up on the glass so far. Ace is going to try to go up to the window. They will score. That was Hodges who got up on the window there. So good penetration along the baseline there to go up and score there for the Aces. Looks like Selby is getting ready to check in. Here's Darrell Brooks now. Brooks will feed it over to DJ Johnson. The former Meridian Wildcat will spot up, and that's off the iron, no good. Meridian swats it back out. Nice job by Otara. Brooks fired up a three-pointer that was empty. Well, I tell you what, I like that hustle down low by Meridian of getting at least a second look at that possession. All right, as Ace is going to try to go down low there and cannot score. DJ Johnson gets the rebound off the window there. And Meridian pushing it back up the floor quickly now. There's Brooks now right there at that gorgeous Eagle logo there with the basketball. Brooks with 10 on the shot clock. Push it over there to Michael James. James over here to Otara. Otara, hot pass down low, but they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Meridian. They got Brooks on that foul, so that'll be his second. So there was contact somewhere in that neighborhood on Brooks, so he will pick up his second. Lawson Selby will check in for the first time. The Vicksburg native from Porter's Chapel. Of course, Selby, he can shoot the three ball very well. We've seen him a couple of times here in this fall semester, getting some minutes here, and he's got a pretty good shot when he gets that opportunity. All right, Baton Rouge will come back out here to the top of the circle, fired over here for a three-pointer that's going to be way short, didn't even draw any iron, and Meridian will collect the possession here. As Meridian will bring the ball up the floor with a 11-point lead here. Here's James now. James will go up and score. Michael James, and a lot of traffic down there, scores. And Meridian pushes it out to now a 27-14 lead. And I believe, yep, this is the largest lead of the game so far for Meridian. And that's going to be a charging foul on the Aces down low there. Got a little out of control going up toward the window there. And looks like they might have got Hodges on that contact down there. And that was his second right there. So Hodges has picked up 2 of the 3 fouls there for Baton Rouge. As Darrell Brooks gets the offense going here with Michael James. James nearly had the ball stolen away right there. Over here into the near corner to Brooks. He'll go up toward the window. Can't get it to go home. Meridian's fighting for the rebound. It bounces out toward DJ Johnson, and he'll push one up and score. So another hustle play down low for Meridian as Johnson got one to go home. He's had a nice ball game, and Meridian starting to find that rhythm now. 29-14, getting late here in the first half. All right, Baton Rouge. Boy, they need something to go their way here in the closing minutes of this first half. Meridian starting to pull away here, and that's a wild three-pointer. It's up and no good. Now we're going to get a foul on the floor on the rebound. I think they got Hodges again. Sure did. That's his third. So he's gotten 3 of the 4 fouls as Chapman and Rennell are going to check back in. So Hodges with 3 fouls will have to head back to the bench there for the Aces. He was asking the scores table, is that right? Yeah, that's what they got. Well, that's what the officials, the coaching staff over there was pleading their case with the scores table. Is that 3 fouls? And yep, that's what I've got up here too. So All right, here's Michael James with the basketball now. Good spin move. Will spot up a shot. So smooth. Michael James gets another mid-ranger to go, and Meridian now has a comfortable 31-14 lead as we're in the closing minute of first half activity. I've never seen a player come to the table like that and say, I got 3? We're like, yeah, you do. All right, Baton Rouge trying to get something going their way before they head down to the dressing room, and they cannot. That ball's going to be stolen away by Darrell Brooks. Good job by DJ Johnson to save it before it went out of bounds. Three-pointer on the way by Michael James. Couldn't get it to go. Selby tried to get the rebound, but just was a little bit out of reach of that one. And now it looks like the shot clock and game clock are almost nearly synced up together. Maybe about a half a second differential at most. And looks like Baton Rouge will let the time roll down for a final shot here. And will they try to fire up a 3? Nope, they're going to go mid-range here and hit it right before the buzzer, as Rennell will take us to the locker room here on a